This week's US CQM Forecast Alert is the US economy appears to be in good shape despite political turmoil. Job gains in December were almost in line with ADIMA forecast, and the impact on wage and salary disbursement was very small. Final shipment of other capital goods was significantly lower than the ADIMA forecast. The S&P 500 rose 5.04% in December, well above the ADIMA forecast of 0.79%. As a result, the PCA revised the economic growth rate upward. Private residential construction spending exceeded its ADIMA forecast, and residential investment was adjusted upward. As seen in the CQM's average economic growth rate on both the expenditure and income side, the US economy bottomed out in the beginning of November and has been steadily recovering since then. The real GDP growth rate on the expenditure side has risen to almost 2%. Real aggregated indicators also illustrate economic recovery since mid-November. Real final demand has now exceeded 2.5%. All inflation indicators have also formed a downward trend since mid-November, and their growth rates are now below 2%. Like the CQM, the PCA forecast also indicate an economic recovery and slowing inflation from mid-November onwards. The outlook for both economic growth and inflation is somewhat more optimistic in PCA than in CQM. Conclusion from this week's US CQM Forecast Alert. First, the US economy has begun to recover since mid-November. Second, inflation has been on a downward trend since mid-November. The third, the US economy appears to be in good shape despite political turmoil. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast and shows how to access the past US CQM forecast alert.